If a human lies in a hospital bed for 3 months, something brutal happens. Muscle disappears, bones weaken, the body cannibalizes what it isn't using. If you don't use it, you lose it. Well, unless you're a freaking bear. A bear can spend 5 to 7 months in hibernation, not eating, not drinking, barely moving, and come out the other side with virtually no muscle loss whatsoever. Shakes off the snow, walks away like an absolute unit, like nothing happened. A human would be dead in weeks. This defies every natural principle we know about how bodies work, and science still doesn't fully understand how bears do it. But before I explain how, let me show you why the bear was already the most unfair animal on planet Earth. Now let's talk about size, because a bear's size is truly massive. It is difficult to process just how big a bear actually is until you see one up close, and even then, it can be difficult to fully comprehend. They are just absolute units. A male Kodiak bear can weigh over 1,400 pounds. That's roughly 7 adult men packed into one body that can still outrun you. Or 3 male lions if you want to work in lion units. The largest male Kodiak bear ever recorded weighed an astonishing 2,500 pounds, and it could still outrun you. Standing straight up, a large Kodiak bear can reach over 10 feet tall. That is taller than the ceiling you are sitting under right now. Well, unless you're freaking loaded. And even though they are that massive, over short distances, a bear can reach speeds approaching those of a racehorse. They are even capable of outrunning most horses in a short sprint. They can also climb way better than you, and they can swim way better than you can too. Imagine being that large and being able to swim as fast as Michael Phelps in his prime. Those aren't just claws, they are freaking oars. Its claws can measure upwards of 6 inches long. Its canine teeth upwards of 3 inches. Maybe the most overpowered set of natural weapons in the entire animal kingdom. That is 2 Home Depot-style rakes on its paws. Put that bear to work. It is capable of unimaginable feats of strength and can bench press an estimated 1,700 pounds, though no one knows for sure exactly where the upper limit is. And if you think bear biology couldn't get more insane, think again. An extinct ancestor of modern bears, the giant short-faced bear, was even more ridiculous. Estimated to weigh upwards of 1,800 pounds and stand a ludicrous 11 feet tall, it is widely regarded as one of the largest mammalian land predators to ever exist on Earth. But here's the crazy part. This bear was built for speed. On the open plains of Ice Age North America, with those long forward-facing legs, researchers think it could hit speeds of over 40 miles per hour. It is widely considered one of the fastest land predators that ever lived. Take that, cheetah. And remember, none of this is their secret. We haven't even gotten to the good part yet. A bear's sense of smell is so ridiculous that we have to stop thinking about it as a sense of smell. That's right, the bear has freaking graduated. We have to think of it as something closer to an incredibly advanced olfactory-based mapping system. A bear's nose is estimated to be roughly 7 times more powerful than a bloodhound's, and somewhere around 2,000 times stronger than yours. Let that sink in for a second. It can detect the presence of food from literally miles away and can detect the presence of literally anything from days before. It can read its environment like a book. Actually, that's not giving the bear enough credit either. It is more advanced than that. It is BearGPT. It's biological AI. This level of perception is impossible for a human being to fathom because our senses are lame. And in the bear world, the nose of the polar bear is regarded as the champ. It might even be the greatest sense of smell on this planet. Like I said, it just isn't fair. Watching a polar bear hunt is one of the most incredible things you will ever see. As a human, you see nothing but an endless expanse of white. You think, how can anything survive here? This place is dead. But to a polar bear, with its insane sense of smell, it might as well be Chipotle.
Oh my God, I love Chipotle.
It can detect a seal breathing beneath several feet of snow and ice from over half a mile away. Its nose found dinner long before its eyes ever could. Here's a mind-blowing fact. A polar bear's fur isn't white. It is transparent and absolutely insane. Every single hair is a hollow, transparent tube that allows a maximum amount of sunlight to penetrate through. Underneath, their skin is jet black, built to absorb every bit of heat the Arctic sun is willing to give up. The polar bear is, in effect, a walking greenhouse. It is a highly advanced biological solar collection system. And that same transparent fur functions like a thermal pane window, trapping an insulating layer of air against the skin. It also allows the bear to swim for miles in the Arctic Ocean and barely notice. These adaptations make it capable of easily withstanding cold that we could only fathom in our deepest, darkest nightmares. It almost defies the laws of physics. Actually, the polar bear isn't defying the laws of physics. It's applying them in a way that is jaw-dropping to think about. Apparently, polar bears are trained physicists with PhDs in thermodynamics. And in 2025, scientists made another discovery that took this even further.
Amazing.
Scientists discovered that polar bears were also elite chemists. Polar bears were discovered to be masters of freezing point depression. The oils naturally found in their fur function like antifreeze, eliminating ice buildup as the bear repeatedly enters and leaves the freezing Arctic Ocean. Without that oil, the ice would destroy the fur's insulating properties entirely. That's right, the bear evolved its own antifreeze. Mind-blowing. Add several inches of fat underneath that skin, and you got an animal that can swim for hours in freezing water and barely notice, just like a walk in the park. And on top of all that, bears are smart, genuinely measurably smart. They have excellent long-term memory. Researchers have tracked individual bears returning to a single productive berry patch or a single unlatched cooler years apart. They solve multi-step problems, and black bears specifically have been documented working out human-designed latches through trial and error, sometimes faster than the engineers who built them expected. Bears are truly insane in every way. And if you're as blown away by this as I am, drop a comment right now. What animal should WizDome cover next? I'm reading them. But now, the thing you've been waiting for. So how does the bear actually survive hibernation? For 5 to 7 months. No food, no water, no movement. And it walks out like nothing happened. This is where it gets genuinely unbelievable, and where it matters for you. First, the heart. A bear's heart rate during hibernation drops from around 50 beats per minute to about 4 beats per minute. That's 1 beat every 15 seconds. If a human heart did that, you'd be dead. But the bear's heart is built different. It slows nearly to a stop and then starts right back up in the spring as if nothing happened. Second, fuel and water. The bear doesn't eat or drink for months. So where does the energy come from? It lives entirely off its own fat. And here's the genius. When the bear metabolizes fat, the chemical reaction produces water as a byproduct. The bear has found a way of creating its own water, but then using it to sustain itself as it hibernates. Third, and this is the one science really can't explain at all, muscle preservation. In any other mammal, including you, when the body runs low on fuel, it breaks down muscle tissue for energy. That's why bedridden patients lose so much muscle so fast. Bears don't. They have figured out how to recycle their own nitrogen waste, urea, and turn it back into protein to maintain its muscle mass. They literally eat their own waste to keep their muscles alive. And bears have found a way to preserve their bones too. Humans in bed rest lose bone density rapidly. Astronauts in microgravity face the same exact problem, even with daily exercise. A bear lies still for half a year and its bones come out just as strong. And at the molecular level, we have very little idea how any of this works. Bears are apparently also elite biochemists and molecular geneticists. Figuring out how the bear does this isn't just cool. I mean, it is really cool. But it could literally change human medicine. Muscle and bone loss after surgery, the slow physical decline that comes with aging, the toll of long-term critical care, and one of the biggest obstacles to long-duration space travel, astronauts can lose meaningful muscle and bone mass on extended missions, even with daily exercise. If we could understand and even partially imitate what a bear's body does automatically every single winter, it could reshape recovery medicine. It could help preserve muscle in patients who can't move. It could help get humans to Mars and back and maintain their body so it still works when they land. If we could imitate even a small part of this process, it could save thousands of lives and meaningfully improve millions more. Send this to someone who needs to know how unfair nature really is. Nature often has the solution before we have even identified the problem. And somewhere inside a sleeping bear may be the superpower that could be the key to helping millions of people. The answer is right in front of us. We just have to understand it. All thanks to the bear. And if this is the kind of thing you want to understand more of, this is what we do here. Like, comment, and subscribe. And let's figure the rest of it out together. WizDome out.